Baruch haba, and welcome to another Torah portion reading. This one is called Pekudei, which means inventory. And here it is in the Hebrew. This is the last Torah portion of Exodus, and it is Exodus 38, verse 21 through 40, verse 38. And we'll begin. There's 25 aleph and tavs in this Torah portion also. That's a lot. But anyway, this is the inventory of the tabernacle of the testimony, which was counted according to the commandments of Moshe for the services, or the service of the Levites, by the hand of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. Bezalel, the son of Uri, the son of Hur, of the tribe of Judah, made all that Yahovah had commanded Moshe, and with him was Aholiab, the son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan, an engraver and designer, a weaver of blue, purple, and scarlet, and of fine linen. All the gold that was used in all the work of the holy place, that is, the gold of the offering, was 29 talents. 1 talent is 100 pounds. And 730 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. And the silver from those who were numbered of the congregation was 100 talents, and 1,775 shekels, according to the shekel of the sanctuary. A bekah for each man, that is, half a shekel, according to the shekel of the sanctuary, for everyone included in the numbering from 20 years old and above, for 603,550 men. And from the 100 talents of silver were cast the aleph and tav sockets of the sanctuary, and the aleph and tav bases of the veil, 100 sockets from the 100 talents, 1 talent for each socket. Then from the 1,765 shekels he made hooks for the pillars, overlaid their capitals, and made bands for them. The offering of bronze was 70 talents and 2,400 shekels, and with it he made the sockets for the door of the tabernacle of meeting, aleph and tav, the bronze altar, the bronze grating for it, aleph and tav, and all the utensils for the altar, the sockets for the court all around, the bases for the court gate, aleph and tav, all the pegs for the tabernacle, and all the pegs for the court all around. Chapter 39. Of the blue, purple, and scarlet they made garments of ministry for ministering in the holy place, and made the holy garments for Aaron, as Yahovah had commanded Moshe. He made the ephod of gold, blue, purple, and scarlet, and of fine woven linen, and they beat the gold into thin sheets and cut it into threads to work it in with the blue, purple, and scarlet and the fine linen into artistic designs. They made shoulder straps for it to couple it together. It was coupled together at its 2 edges, and the intricately woven band of his ephod that was on it was of the same workmanship, woven of gold, blue, purple, and scarlet, and of fine woven linen, as Yahovah had commanded Moshe. And they set onyx stones, enclosed in settings of gold. They were engraved, as signets are engraved, with the names of the sons of Israel. He put them on the shoulders of the ephod as memorial stones for the sons of Israel, as Yahovah had commanded Moshe. And he made the breastplate, artistically woven like the workmanship of the ephod, of gold, blue, purple, and scarlet, and of fine woven linen. They made the breastplate square by doubling it. A span was its length, and a span its width, when doubled. And they set it in 4 rows of stones. A row with a sardius, a topaz, and an emerald was the first row. The second row, a turquoise, a sapphire, and a diamond. The third row, a jacinth, an agate, and an amethyst. The fourth row, a beryl, an onyx, and a jasper. They were enclosed in settings of gold in their mountings. There were 12 stones according to the names of the sons of Israel, according to their names, engraved like a signet, each one with its own name according to the 12 tribes. They made chains for the breastplate at the ends, like braided cords of pure gold. They also made 2 settings of gold and 2 gold rings, and put the 2 rings on the 2 ends of the breastplate. And they put the 2 braided chains of gold and the 2 rings on the ends of the breastplate. Aleph and Tav. The 2 ends of the 2 braided chains they fastened in the 2 settings and put them on the shoulder straps of the ephod in the front. And they made 2 rings of gold and put them on the 2 ends of the breastplate, on the edge of it, which was on the inward side of the ephod. They made 2 other gold rings and put them on the 2 shoulder straps, underneath the ephod, toward its front, right at the seam above the intricately woven band of the ephod. And they bound the breastplate by means of its rings to the rings of the ephod with a blue cord, so that it would be above the intricately woven band of the ephod, and that the breastplate would not come loose from the ephod, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. He made the robe of the ephod of woven work, all of blue, and there was an opening in the middle of the robe, like the opening in a coat of mail, with a woven binding all around the opening, so that it would not tear. They made the hem of the robe. They made on the hem of the robe pomegranates of blue, purple, and scarlet, and a fine woven linen, and they made bells of pure gold, and put the bells between the pomegranates, on the hem of the robe, all around between the pomegranates. A bell and a pomegranate, a bell and a pomegranate, all around the hem of the robe to minister in, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. They made tunics, artistically woven of fine linen, for Aaron and his sons, Aleph and Tav, a turban of fine linen, exquisite hats of fine linen, short trousers of fine woven linen, and a sash of fine woven linen, with blue, purple, and scarlet thread, made by a weaver, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. Then they made the plate of the holy crown of pure gold, and wrote on it an inscription like the engraving of a signet: Holiness to Yahweh, or Kodesh LeYahweh. And they tied it to a blue cord to fasten it above on the turban, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. Thus, all the work of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting was finished. And the children of Israel did according to all that Yahweh had commanded Moshe. So they did. And they brought the tabernacle to Moshe, the tent and all its furnishings, its clasps, its boards, its bars, its pillars, and its sockets, the covering of ram skins dyed red, the covering of badger skins, and the olive and tav veil of the covering, the ark of the testimony with its poles, and the mercy seat, the olive and tav mercy seat, the table, all its utensils, and the olive and tav showbread, the pure gold lampstand with its lamps, the lamps set in order, all its utensils, and the oil for the light, the olive and tav oil for the light, the gold olive and tav altar, the anointing olive and tav oil, and the sweet olive and tav incense, the olive and tav screen for the tabernacle door, the bronze olive and tav altar, its grate of bronze, its poles, and all its utensils, the laver with its base, the olive and tav hangings of the court, its pillars and its sockets, the screen for the court gate, its cords and its pegs, all the olive and tav utensils for the service of the tabernacle, for the tent of meeting, and the garments of ministry, to minister in the holy place, the holy garments for Aaron the priest, and his sons' garments to minister as priests. According to all that Yahweh had commanded Moshe, so the children of Israel did all the work. Then Moshe looked over all the work, and indeed they had done it, as Yahweh had commanded, just so they had done it. And Moshe blessed them. Chapter 40. Then Yahweh spoke to Moshe, saying, On the first day of the first month you shall set up the tabernacle of the tent of meeting. You shall put in it the olive and tav ark of the testimony, and partition off the ark with a veil. You shall bring in the table, and arrange the things that are to be set in order on it. You shall bring in the lampstand, and light its lamps. You shall also set the altar of gold for the incense altar before the ark of the testimony, and put up the screen for the door of the tabernacle. Then you shall set the olive and tav altar of the burnt offering before the door of the tabernacle of the tent of meeting. And you shall set the laver between the tabernacle of meeting and the altar, and put water in it. You shall set up the court all around, and hang up the screen at the court gate. And you shall take the anointing oil, and anoint the tabernacle and all that is in it, and you shall hallow it and all its utensils, and it shall be holy. You shall anoint the altar of the burnt offerings and all its utensils, and consecrate the altar. The altar shall be most holy, and you shall anoint the laver and its base, and consecrate it. Then you shall bring Aaron and his sons to the door of the tabernacle of meeting, and wash them with water. You shall put the olive and tav holy garments on Aaron, and anoint him, and consecrate him, that he may minister me as priest. And you shall bring his sons, and clothe them with tunics. You shall anoint them, as you anointed their father, that they may minister to me as priests. For their anointing shall surely be an everlasting priesthood throughout their generations. Thus Moshe did, according to all that Yahweh had commanded him, so he did. And it came to pass in the first month of the second year, on the first of the month, that the tabernacle was raised up. So Moses raised up the tabernacle, fastened its sockets, set up its boards, put in its bars, and raised up its pillars. And he spread out the tent over the tabernacle, and put the covering of the tent on top of it, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. He took the testimony and put it into the ark, inserted the poles through the rings of the ark, and put the mercy seat on top of the ark. And he brought the ark into the tabernacle, hung up the olive and tav veil of the covering, and partitioned off the ark of the testimony, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. He put the table in the tabernacle of meeting, on the north side of the tabernacle, outside the veil, and he set the bread in order upon it, before Yahweh, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. He put the lampstand in the tabernacle of meeting, across from the table on the south side of the tabernacle, and he lit the lamps before Yahweh, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. He put the gold altar in the tabernacle of meeting in front of the veil, and he burned sweet incense on it, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. He hung up the screen at the door of the tabernacle, Yahweh, and he put the altar of burnt offering before the door of the tabernacle of meeting, of the tent of meeting, and offered upon it the burnt offering and the grain offering, as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. He set the laver between the tabernacle of meeting and the altar, and put water there for washing. And Moshe, Aaron, and his sons would wash their hands and their feet with water from it, whenever they went into the tabernacle of meeting, and when they came near the altar, they washed as Yahweh had commanded Moshe. And he raised up the court all around the tabernacle and the altar, and hung up the screen for the court gate. So Moshe finished the work. Then the cloud covered the tabernacle of meeting, and the glory of Yahovah filled the tabernacle. And Moshe was not able to enter the tabernacle of meeting because the cloud rested above it. And the glory of Yahovah filled the tabernacle. Whenever the cloud was taken up from above the tabernacle, the children of Israel would go onward in all their journeys. But if the cloud was not taken up, then they did not journey till the day that it was taken up. For the cloud of Yahovah was above the tabernacle by day, and fire was over it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys. Chazak, Chazak, Vanid Chazak. Be strong, and let's strengthen one another. These are some notes from Ahavat Ami Shapira. But anyway, that is the end of Exodus, and that's the end of our Torah portion. And may the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the God of Israel, bless you in all that you do. Shalom.